Let's go. TK Kirkland is here. Cruz Show, Real 92.3. LA is new home for hip-hop. TK Kirkland, man, it's good to have you here, bro.
Thank you, my man.
Come
Thank
on,
you.
man. It's an honor, man.
No,
You've been doing this for a long time, and I've been watching you for a long time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The great thing about it is putting in 40 years in this business and starting to see how everybody truly knows who TK is, and
yes, sir.
Knowing that I've truly been the foundation of stand-up comedy, because I started out with the greatest rap group in the world, NWA, and the rest is history. And it was all because of Eazy-E, and we just skyrocketed from there.
What a crazy history, man. You ever look back like, yo, I did that. I went
Yeah,
through that.
I appreciate it when I am doing these shows.
Yes, sir.
Because then I realize, yo, I really did my thing.
The impact.
Right. Yeah. So I'm very excited about all this. You know, being about to be 64 years old.
Wow.
So like, I'm real excited.
Yo, that's crazy.
You
You
don't
about
look
to be 64, man.
64.
You in hell of a shape.
Yeah, 64.
What you do? What's the regimen?
Stay out the way.
Stay out the way. Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and don't get married.
And don't get married.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm not married. Not saying that I don't want to get married,
Okay.
but when you know who you are, you know that you're truly, truly busy.
Yeah.
You don't want to put a woman through that stress. You don't want to, because I'm all over the world. And to be married, you have to be settled down. You can't be traveling so much, And that's the only regret I would have. But I try not to think about that, because that's when depression comes in.
Mm-hmm. True.
See,
Very true.
So you got to know who you are.
You start to think, I don't want to die alone. I don't want to.
Yeah, you think about all that little.
But you have children. You have children.
kids,
You have baby mamas.
But you got to be strong.
Yeah, man.
Like, right, when you make a decision and you have you got family, you can't start thinking, oh, I want a family. I want to be with everybody else. Like, you can't be soft like that. You got to stay focused, and it's good for some people, but you got to stay focused, because if you don't, you end up depressed. And
See, I wanted a family when I was like 10.
Right, understand?
I wanted my own family.
Yes,
And I'm
right.
Mexican, dog, so some of us did have a family at 10.
Right.
But, and some of us were holding our families down at 10.
Right.
But yeah, I've always dreamed of having a family of my own.
Yes.
Being a family man was extremely important to me.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say I'm soft? Would you say I'm weak?
No. You found out who you are. You found out what you want. And we all want families when we're 10, 11, 12. We all want to be married until we start getting successful.
Yeah. I haven't gotten successful yet.
Yeah,
so
but when
I'm
you
still
work
trying
a
to figure
regular
that out.
job and you work 40 hours a week,
Yeah.
this marriage that's all we see.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get some M's behind your name and you're staying at the Ritz-Carlton in Waikiki Beach.
There you go.
You're staying
Yes,
at the
sir.
Ritz-Carlton in Paris.
Yeah.
You're flying all the world. You have to choose what you want. Like,
priorities change.
Some people will choose family over this, and it's based on your DNA, right?
Yes, sir.
It's like,
Yeah.
this is what I want. I'm tired of the traveling. And then some people like, you know what? Shit.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with this.
Yeah. I'm living
And
this life.
every day I wake up, I love life so much. I just every day is more blessings. So.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
And right here, this is an honor.
Man, this is a blessing,
Yeah,
man.
to be
have
on the
you
show
here.
with you. This is
Come
an
on.
honor, so I'm excited.
No, I know you've been a big fan of me for a long time, dog. So I appreciate it. Thank you,
My
bro.
man.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How many? So you've been doing comedy for so long, right? And you do have a family. You have children. How many children do
Yes,
you have?
I have 7 kids.
You have 7 kids. That's a
7
beautiful
kids, 3
thing.
one-night stands. I was on that Sling Your DICK tour.
Oh,
when
that's
I
what
was
you was
young.
doing, huh?
Now.
How long did that tour last? You don't mind me asking.
It stretched out from 27 to
Yeah.
42.
Let me tell you something. Let's have been on that tour since he was 13.
Nah,
Yeah, how many kids you got?
None yet.
None. Okay, cool.
Undefeated.
Cool.
Undefeated,
That's
dog.
what's up.
Step the
See,
game up,
I don't
dog.
admire a lot of people, but when I hear a person ain't got no kids, I admire you.
He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing.
Yes, sir. I admire you.
I hit on Costco for the value pack. It's
Right,
$10, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Talking
my
about
pullout
condoms.
game was horrible, but now at my age, my body's for the Lord. I'm disciplined now. And the women try to hit me because I'm successful. Not money wise. I'm an AARP member.
That's right.
I got to get Social Security.
You got your Costco
Man, you
card.
get discounts everywhere.
I'm president of the Homeowners Association. I really got my life together. I'm
Doing your
intact.
thing, bro.
And when you
Fucking
become
king of
president,
bingo.
and when you become president of the Homeowners Association,
Yeah.
Oh, you're on a whole nother level.
That's another level. That's another
It's
level.
a whole nother bracket.
People fear you,
You know,
dog. It's
they
different.
have at the grocery stores in your community, you got your own parking lot.
That's
Your own
right.
parking lane.
Reserve your parking spot. Yeah.
HOA. And on the thing, oh man, it's gangster.
What's your credit score?
He said this
Credit
gangster.
score about almost 900, yo. Yeah, now people don't get that. I'm definitely 878, something like that.
Yeah, that's
easy. And what's crazy?
Yeah.
I remember when I used to have bad credit.
You what?
I remember I used to have bad credit.
Yeah.
I remember them days.
That's
I remember used to try to get women to put their cars in their name so I could drive.
Yeah,
I've
man.
been through all that.
Yeah.
Man, my credit's so cold now that
You don't need nobody.
I don't need nobody. That's a beautiful feeling.
That's great,
It's
man.
like to live that long to see that.
That's success.
It's a beautiful feeling. That's success.
Yeah, man.
Yes, it is.
Yo, really quick, let's get into some plugs, man. What can we plug?
Well, we got the Live Nation tour coming. Starting
go.
April. It's called Catch Me If You Can. We're doing 43 cities around the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about it. Shout out to Chris and Jaru Tillman over there who put the deal together for me.
Yeah, man.
And it's a very long-term deal. And I'm excited about it. So I'm just working on my new material before we start. We start in April. Tickets go on sale in February.
Okay.
So, yeah, and follow me at TK_Kirkland. I'm your favorite comedian.
Favorite comedian.
Yeah, they love
that's right.
TK. They
Yes,
come
sir.
see TK.
TK Kirkland. He gets on that stage and you talk that shit.
Yeah, I talk.
I saw you talking about how you lost a hoe of yours during COVID.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't. When I try to give
Jesus.
men a different way of looking at life, right? Because some men don't know how to. They get so emotional about a woman, they try to kill her or hurt her or disrespect her. And I want men that when you go through situations that, stay strong and, and there will be another day. You just got to, regroup and get your stuff
So
out
if you get
there.
your heart broken, you get cheated on, stand tall.
Yeah. We all get cheated on. I've never seen not one person that's never been cheated on, and it builds character, right?
No,
When
no,
you
it
get
does.
cheated on, it builds character.
Uh-huh.
Like you mad, you're human.
It hurts.
And I'm one of the best lovers in the world. I've been cheated on, But if a woman cheats on me, the thing I would tell her if I find out, I explain to her I wish her the best. Like I must not have been doing what I was doing, but
Wow.
when you're in your 20s and someone cheats on you, what people have done is you stop the man and woman's growth. They hadn't experienced life so much that people are still exploring who they are.
Wow.
And then some people, when they get married in their 20s, guess what? You haven't lived. You don't know what kind of loving. You don't know how people treat you out there. So you have to explore the world before you truly settle down. That's what I want women to do, because you'll find out as you get older who has good credit, who's a good provider, who can take care of you and love you mentally, who understands sapiosexual. Because sapiosexual is a conversation that a man gives to a woman. And if she gets up under your arms and you're just telling her that she can achieve everything she want to achieve, but a young man but won't want to go back to school, or she wants to start running in the marathons. No, I need you here. We have a family, and I don't want you to do that. Nah, you got to encourage a woman, even if she leaves you.
Yeah.
Make her better for the next man she about to meet.
Huh?
That's
really?
gangsta. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
That's ultimate player.
I'll make you better for the next man you're about to
Wow.
meet. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the stuff I try to do.
At the end of the day,
So treat her so bad that the next guy
No,
looks
don't
like
treat
a
her
kid.
bad.
I'm kidding.
No, treat her so good that because people do grow apart.
Yeah, for sure.
People do grow apart.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like you break up, you still got a relationship with that person. You at Morton Steakhouse, and you happen to see your ex there, and you on another date too.
That's
and
right.
Your money right. You know what you do?
Yeah.
You tell the waiter, hey, come here for a second. Yo, send them a bottle of Cristal.
There you go.
Stop. And then when they get it, you tip your hat to them, or you take your drink and you go. Out of respect. But the guys today don't want to do that, yo. Like, when you talk to a woman, they don't want to buy a female drink.
Yeah.
See, I'm old school. You go into a restaurant and you're talking, and you're talking to a young lady in more than 5 minutes. As a man, you go, what you drinking, baby? But get her something to drink.
Sure, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I try to teach young men that when you walk down the street, you're supposed to walk on the outside.
Yeah.
To show respect, and people driving by there like, yo, he's protecting her. The young guys today like, yeah, well, let her get hit by a car.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
What about opening and closing doors?
Yeah, you got to open and close the door.
Yeah.
When you go to a woman's house, gentlemen, you have something in your hand.
Don't show up empty-handed.
Do not come up empty-handed. I ain't talking about weed. I'm talking about food, something in your hand to show that you respect. We got to get back to that because the world is getting messy. Because there's nobody holding nobody accountable. There's nobody keep letting people know there's structure to life. There's
for sure.
rules to life. Why you think we have the police? It's laws. So even in modern day life, there's rules to move in, and everybody's doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
And it's getting confusing out here.
Did you also say if you pay child support, you're broke?
No, I believe that when you pay child support, it's not that you're broke. It's just that I remember my daughter's mother took me on court to child support one time. It was a hurting feeling because I'm a great dad. And she took me to court because, not that I wasn't paying the bills, she took me to court because she said she wanted the money in her hand. So she wanted to distribute the money.
Okay.
But she wasn't a responsible young lady at the time. So I wasn't going to put that money in your hand.
Yeah.
And so child support to me is for, there's some men that really need to go on child support. But then women too need to hold themselves accountable to it. And what I mean by that is a lot of people don't know there's a difference between sex and love. See, sex makes babies, not love. See, when you go out and meet a man one night and you have sex with him and you get pregnant and you still have his kid, there's something wrong with you. You never met his mother, you never met his father, don't know his brothers or sisters. And then you put your life on the line to have a man's child. And people don't talk about it that much. You can die giving birth.
Sure.
It's not talked about enough.
Many
and then
women
love
have,
is you lived with a person 2-3 years. It didn't work out. But because you have a bond with your child, you have a bond with the woman. And if you didn't leave in pain, meaning there was no infidelity and money was stolen, you want to do right, so you'll try to take care of the kid. And I always tell women that if you ever said to a man, "My baby daddy ain't SHIT," then I said you was easy to FUCK.
Bars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is a bar.
Yeah, dog.
That is
was
a bar.
easy. So I want people to, if they start holding themselves accountable, move through life with respect and dignity, we'll have less problems, we'll have less confusion, and if we get men to be a lot more stronger in how they move through life.
Yeah, man.
And a lot of men the men are becoming the females now, and the women are becoming the man. Even the way women talk sometimes, they are more masculine.
Sure, it could be a little aggressive.
A little
especially
aggressive.
Women from New York.
Yeah, and no, but anyways, it's very sad. And like I said,
Why not women cursing turns you off as well?
Women cursing is.
I've heard that for years.
Let me explain to you what I mean by that, because some women don't get it, and I have to explain them about profanity. I'm telling women, it's not that I don't want you to curse. Stay such a lady that when you do curse, that person knows you're really mad.
Okay.
Also, when you're attractive, the more you curse, the more you lose value. When you're a beautiful woman, you come in and you using profanity all the time, a real man is watching you. There's a female that finds you attractive, not gay, but she's so beautiful. But the more you use profanity, the more you lose value. So my friends, and I know they curse, they'll listen to me. I say, stop using profanity. She said, TK, you're right. And I said, when you're around your friends, start saying, you know what, I'm going to stop cursing. Because that's what's going to happen. It's a trickle. It's a domino effect.
Yeah.
Your friends are going to start saying, you know what, I don't want to curse them, especially women who curse around their children.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Now, Jackie, is that mansplaining or is he onto something?
No, he's onto something.
Yeah?
I truly think that's how it was. I mean, that's literally how I think I was like, and my brother would tell me, he's like, hey, you can't be cursing up a storm, you know?
Yes, and you're a beautiful girl. I'm looking at the eyes. A man's going to love you. So here's my point.
She got a man, TK. Easy.
No.
And you fertile.
Yeah. I love him, boy. The thing about life is, would you bring someone that use profanity so much and you respect your mother?
Right.
You ain't doing it. So I will ask a woman, I said, you go to church? And they say, yes. I said, would you curse in front of the pastor? I actually, in my lifetime, heard one woman said yes. And I hung the phone up on her.
Oh, I thought you fucked her.
No. I didn't tell, so when you get a certain age, it's about a character.
Yeah.
When you're young, it's booty, thighs. Oh my gosh, she's so fine.
Yeah.
She's so fine. Then when you become a man, you're like, what's a character?
What's her character?
But you still want the booty and the thighs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that where you're at in life right now?
Let's not get,
Like a
let's
good
not get
character,
it
but she gotta have a
twisted.
fat ass too.
I know what I bring to the table.
That's
Yeah,
debatable.
yeah. You know, you still get, because I'm visual, and I always tell young women, if you are very attractive, date older men, because men are visual. Mm-hmm. And by the time he start losing his eyesight, you'll be losing your beauty. So it
So
all
it works out for everybody.
That's why Leonardo DiCaprio does what he does.
Jesus.
Yo, TK Kirkland is here. Is Drake hip hop in your eyes? You're in your 60s, right? You've seen hip hop grow.
Yeah, I seen hip hop grow. I like what Drake has done. And let me explain to you what I mean. Again, character.
Sure.
You could tell that he was raised right by his mother and father. You could tell he's been around good people. And what I mean by that is most rappers think backwards. They get into the rap game, and then they want to become criminals. They want to start doing drugs. They're going backwards. The goal is to, if you come from the streets of a good neighborhood, is to get money and know that that money's not going to last forever.
Yeah.
You put some money in annuities, you make some small investments, you open up a small business, right? Because you're thinking about your future. Mm-hmm. And
Don't show it off on the gram, is what you're saying?
Yeah, don't show it off on the gram. And that's what I like about Drake. He doesn't really party, not seeing him doing the drug. One thing he's done that I didn't like in his career, he painted his nails pink. And he had those little things in his hair with the braids. And I didn't like that because he was such a great role model and still is of being.
What's wrong with it? You think it's too feminine?
I think it's too feminine. Yeah, I don't think men should be wearing pink nail polish. I don't believe that men should
or
be
nail polish at all.
In there. You could have the little shiny, clear polish that it shows class and a little sophistication, right? Mm-hmm. But that pink stuff. You don't want. I don't think a man should be with his woman. But pink, you're pink too. I'm a man's man. I push masculinity to the fullest.
Yo, TK,
yeah, for sure.
Listen, I like to consider myself a man's man sometimes, but they give me shit because I said that. You heard of the princess treatment, right? Yeah. Sometimes women, they just get gifts because someone finds them attractive and yada, yada. I said one time, some girl did the same shit for me. I said, yo, that felt kind of nice.
Right.
I'm like, I know what they felt.
But there's nothing wrong with receiving gifts.
That's what I'm saying. So they call it the princess treatment. I call it the king treatment. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that,
nothing
right?
Wrong with it. In life, you will find some women that know how to treat a man.
I'm like, what the fuck? This is nice. I get used to this.
There's some women that move like a boss. And if they feeling you, you're going to get gifts from around the world. You're going to get gifts from Dubai when they traveling. And you got to respect it. See, if a man doesn't appreciate that kind of woman, you're going to try to use her. You're taking her, because today's world, when you find someone like that, you instead of embracing them, you burn them out.
Yeah.
And the goal is to keep someone like that close to you, love them as much as you can, and just be respectful. And men today they just losing that to me. It's just bad, just losing it. Yeah. So we come on and do these shows, and we push the envelope.
Where do you think that disconnect comes from, or what happened? Is it social media?
Yeah,
is it music?
Social media is a great tool and a bad tool.
Yeah, for sure. It's a gift and a curse.
It woke us up.
Yeah.
Right? It woke us up. We know that the Bible is pretty much BS to a certain extent, right? Because when I tell people about the religions, there's two sides to that story. It's how our mothers raised us and the truth. See, because if our parents raised us, we are going to follow tradition.
Sure.
The truth is, we know that Jesus was a black man. We know that the Pope prays to a black Madonna. We know that the Last Supper was all blacks with Jesus there, and the civilization changed the game. So as we get to this point, then you get the feminist movement in the 60s, right? Mm-hmm. You get women didn't start voting until like maybe the 70s. A female couldn't get a bank account till 1972. A lot of people don't understand this.
Burning
know this.
bras.
Right, where women who wear thongs and can walk in the mall half naked don't know what was going on in the 50s and 60s. Like your bathing suit had to be down to your ankles, or it had to be an inch before your knee, or you would get a ticket or written up or go to jail.
Can you imagine if Sexy Red was alive then?
Oh man, they'd have shot her. They'd have shot her on the spot. They get shot on the spot. So all these things, if you know the history, you take more pride in how things are going. And our women are just, there's no leadership with men to say, baby, no, don't do that. Like, I stopped following a lot of women that I knew because they was half naked all the time, and it was messing with my dopamine. And I had to stay focused. I had to delete that. Wow. So I follow people on my Instagram that's giving out great messages.
Follow me then.
Yeah, I follow. I listen. I'm into quantum physics. I'm into reading. I'm into a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
so
man. Yeah.
I go a whole another route. So my goal is, as I get ready to do my Netflix special soon, as I do the stand up, as I hear the Cat Williamses and the Damon Wayanses, all that, I take heed, because like I said, I started in 1985 when most of these kids was 14. For sure. 15 years old. It wasn't even in the comedy world. And the way the comedy game is going now is really getting bad to me.
You think so?
I don't like what's happening. Mm-hmm. I don't like that we could go on these social medias and drag each other and talk about each other really, really bad, because we have a world that's outside the comedy game, outside Hollywood, that don't know this business. Sure, so if a person gets on a show and they speak convincingly, they use sophisticated words, they talk with confidence, it can manipulate. It can manipulate people really bad, because that person has the gift of gab. They have the gift of conversation, like a Donald Trump. Donald Trump has persuaded millions of people to vote for him. And if you got common sense, you truly know the truth. So what I do in this game of entertainment, I don't bash no one. If a certain situation comes up, I'm going to talk that truth on that, but I don't hate nobody. I'm not going to never hate on anybody. I want anybody that starts doing stand-up comedy to be successful, because I know how this can change your life. When we started with Robin Harris back in 1985, and Michael Williams, who saw the vision of stand-up comedy, they would even let us in the comedy clubs. They rented a hall on Crenshaw and 34th called the Comedy Act Theater. Yeah. And we had the lines going all around the corner. And then when the white man, no disrespect, the white clubs found out that how powerful blacks were, they went and got all the comedians. And then what happened from there, we made all the improvs, the Funny Bones, the Helium Club. Wow. We made those people multi-millionaires. But we still have a hard time getting African Americans to play a black comedy club. They'll give black owners such a hard time to perform at a black club. Wow. And I think that if you understood this business of stand-up comedy, in your contract, every year every comic should play a black comedy club 3 times a year to make sure that our people eat. And that's just the way I move. That's how right. I talk about it all the time, and I would talk about it till the day I die. Man, Marlon Wayans was here yesterday. I saw that. He went viral. I didn't even know that was your show. It was this show. I was just I just saw that. Man. And I thought it had some. Matter of fact, tell the audience what the question was about. Well, it was the black man in a dress in Hollywood conversation. Yes. And how he feels. He clearly comes from wearing a dress. From white chicks to In Living Color, and throughout his career, he did what he thought was funny. Right. Yes. Do you believe in that? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with the black man in a dress? So here's what I see what happened. I go way back to Flip Wilson. When Flip Wilson was playing Geraldine on the Flip Wilson show in the 70s, late 60s, and he was wearing a dress all the time. Didn't bother me. I never heard my parents complain about it. But again, from religion to now, the world changed. Something changed the world. And what people don't see, the gods have spoken. And now today, you can't play any type of role in being a black man in a dress. It's taboo. It's like the laws changed, now you can sell weed. Years ago, you couldn't sell weed. It was illegal, right? And what people need to understand, that things change. As a man, when you get older, you understand, no, you don't want a man to be in a dress. Marlon comes from a different era of, Marlon's not a street guy. Marlon's I know his whole family. They are some of the nicest people on this planet. Yeah. But then you got the streets, what has happened is the streets is talking. See, Cat Williams is not a street dude, but he's speaking for the streets, right? So when you speak for the streets, like, oh, you can't be wearing dresses, because in the streets, you go to the hood.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
You getting your dome busted open, like for real. Like they ain't playing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Communication. Whoever gets on these shows first has the power to control the world until someone comes and gives some knowledge and make you see how it's supposed to be. Marlon is not wrong. Marlon is saying what he feels is right for him. Sure. Because he comes from that era. His brothers in them all wore dresses, and he can't go against his brothers and them on that. But the Wayans family is not from the streets. They like the Jacksons in comedy. Mm-hmm. They take care of each other. They love each other, and they're royalty, believe it or not, in the stand-up comedy world. They are royalty. And so you have to respect them. Then you got people like me from the streets. From the streets, it ain't happening. So the bottom line is to everybody, do what you think is right for you. Mm-hmm. If you feel you want to wear a dress, salute you. Now, you might have to deal with the consequences, especially now because it's a forefront. Yeah. But you have to deal with the comment section, that's for sure. Yeah, you're a man, you live with your decision. I'm not going to wear a dress, but if that's what you want to do. Do what you got to do. Would you wear a dress for $10 million? Would I wear a dress for $10 million? You damn right. And with some oil on my leg, that's just I would. Right. See, it's $10 million. Because sometimes it can be just a character. Everybody got a number. Everyone. See, if you know who you are, you got to know who you are. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Like, I know who I am. I'll rock a dress in a minute for $10 million. And because guess what? Things happen in this world so fast now that in a week, won't anybody care. Yeah. 20 years from now, won't nobody care. Yeah. But if you got $10 million, you coming down Santa Monica in the drop top with a bad honey on your arm. Yeah. Everybody can see you. And you say, TK. Just know what it is. So you do. Mind your business. You ain't got to say nothing. I keep receipts. I saw you talking about me, but I'm going to show love to you. And then if we're in the same restaurant, because I'm a player, I'm going to tell the waiter, like, yo, go over and send them a bottle. That's it. Yeah. I got $10 million, dog. That's right. Good. I'm going to go send you that bottle. That's funny. TK Kirkland, my guy. So the Netflix special is in the works. It's in the works. Now, the reason why I'm talking about the Netflix special, again, I'm independent. Yes, sir. I created my own network, and I want people to go to my network. It's called TK.network. Yep. And I put out my own specials, and I've been doing it for years. Now, I don't have as many as Cat Williams. Cat read 100 million books. He could run the 40 and 4-1. He's a phenomenal man. He's different. He's on a whole nother level. He's the Michael Jordan of this comedy game. Right. But I have my specials out. I think I got 3 or 4 on the TK.network. Okay. I would like for people to go look at it because I have my own network. I did my own thing. Mm-hmm. But what I see that the world doesn't understand is independence. Sure. They want you to do Netflix, but I try to break people down what Netflix does. Netflix pays you one lump sum. And then they own that. Yeah. Forever. Whereas on there's no residuals? There's no residuals. Oh, wow. They just pay you one time and it's there. When I came up in the 90s with Eazy-E, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, like Nelly, all these are my crew. Mm-hmm. And we always talked about independence. I always put that out there. And what I liked about Eazy-E and Jerry Heller, when we used to sit down and talk, we always talked about independence and doing our own thing. So when Def Jam came out with the Def Jam comedy, what people don't know is that me, Eazy-E, and Jerry Heller was starting Ruthless Comedy. It's going to be insane. Whoa. It's going to be insane. Eazy had greenlit it. Jerry Heller was ready. We was getting ready to put all the paperwork and stuff together, and then Eazy died. I've always wanted to create. Then the Kings of Comedy came out. Mm-hmm. So right after Kings of Comedy, a few years down the line, maybe 10 years, a young man who I met on the Cash Money Rough Rider tour. I treated him so good, with so much respect. He always remembered me because he didn't make the whole tour. He got shot. 5 years later, he's one of the biggest rappers in the world. It's 50 Cent. So me and 50 teamed back up in Detroit when Eminem and are playing in Detroit at the Ford Field. And 50 remembered me. I'm standing outside because on all the tours I've been on, Jay-Z, the R. Kelly, Madonna, Gwen Stefani, it's usually the same security people. And that day they stopped me like I was nothing. And my son, Aries, y'all know, AK, he's like, I thought you was T to the motherfucking K.
It be your own family.
crazy.
Yeah, so so we couldn't get in. And
your own kids,
right? And when 50 saw me, he said, "Yo, TK, you coming in?" And he waited there for me.
Wow.
That went from me.
Did you look at your son like I told you? Bro?
Yeah. I went, and from that led to me going to Paris and Monaco, Spain, to do Window Shopper. If you watch Window Shopper, I'm the guy who playing in Window Shopper.
That's right.
So those things led to great relationships. So then after that, what people don't know, me and 50 was getting ready to start what I call the G's of comedy. It was going to be a spin-off like the Kings of Comedy.
Oh, word. Okay.
Oh, it's going to be insane.
G Unit?
Yeah, it was called the G's of Comedy.
Wow.
But his manager at the time, Chris Lighty.
Oh, man. God bless the
Yeah,
dead.
God bless him. Chris Lighty. We all met at William Morris. William Morris was going to be the agent behind this tour. 50 was down with it, but then Chris Lighty died. Man. So we could never get the G's of Comedy off. And I was going to use a kid named Doodoo Brown out of Atlanta, who's phenomenal. A kid out of New York called Capone, who I thought was phenomenal as well. And this was going to be my G's of comedy, and we was going to take the world by storm. And I actually called them, and I remember them, they talking to me, was going to do it, and it never happened. I know they's like, damn, TK probably was lying to us. But the business, these are the way things happen, right? You just never know.
Shoot.
And so here we are today. I'm still blessed.
Yeah, man.
I got the tours.
Tour on the way.
Tour on the way,
Yeah.
and it's a 10-year tour, meaning my contract is for 10 years. I can do 43 cities every year for the next 10, but that ain't happening. I'm 64. I ain't doing this at 74. And I made sure my shows have to be Saturdays.
Okay.
It can't be Thursday one city,
Okay.
Friday here. We got to do it in some areas because of the venues. But because I know my age, because even though I take care of my body, I don't want when this is done, I start really looking my age.
Okay.
I really try to stay healthy and work
no,
out.
you're looking
and,
out for yourself.
Yeah,
Sure, man.
take care of myself. So that's pretty much it.
TK Kirkland, you're hilarious, man.
I just want, and when I come back in next year, that you let me back on your show.
Anytime.
I will.
Anytime.
I come to LA once a year and
Once
hit it
a year.
hard. But
Yo.
I'm not doing stand up no more here until 2027. LA, I always take a year or 2 years off.
Okay.
So everybody else I do again, but LA is just something I like to make sure that they wait to see me.
Yeah.
You know. And then I want to address, if you don't mind,
Uh-huh.
people stealing people's jokes.
Yeah.
That's a big thing right now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm stressing this around the world. What people need to understand.
Who raised you?
Who raised you? And the thing about this is, I want people to know that no one is stealing someone's set. So let me repeat to the world. There's a thing called a joke and your set. A joke is a minute. When someone says that someone stole your joke, that was like a 1 minute and 30 seconds of your show. If someone did your whole set, an hour, that's stealing your show. So people are not knowledgeable when it comes to comedy. So the world will go out there and say, oh, he stole such and such joke. And man, this got to stop. Because they're bringing up old stuff from 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Right, yeah.
When they were all young. And they was all coming up in the business.
Everybody's watching each other.
Yeah, everybody's watching
and-
each other. And we grown now. Some of us are multimillionaires. Some of us are just okay. Some was rich and broke again. But the goal is stand on being a man.
Okay.
Because the world is watching. And it's just too messy out here. And that's my point.
That's what it is, man. Shout out to your followers. Are they still watching?
No, they're done, but my daughter's calling.
Oh, the daughter's calling.
Yeah, my daughter's calling. So
Let's let you go, dog. Your daughter's on the phone.
Yes,
TK
sir.
Kirkland, my guy. Come see us anytime.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Come on, bro.
Yep, you
Anytime,
got it,
man.
my
Cruz Show, Real 92.3. Let's get it.
Yo, check out more of our YouTube interviews now, ASAP+. Download the free iHeartRadio app so you can check out the Cruz Show podcast.